Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Steph Favrever weekly recap and brew review. Having a little bit of a better setup, I think. Don't know if the camera's any better or not, because it's just this laptop camera, but we're going to try this out, see if I get a little better sound quality, because I was just using my phone mic. Don't think it was really that great. Anyways, this is what we're drinking today. Okay, it's called Stag. It is a light beer. At first, I did not like it, but that's probably because I don't drink a whole lot of light beers. Before a light beer, it is actually pretty crisp and bold, as it says on the bottle can there. Okay, so it's actually pretty good. Don't mind drinking it. Obviously, if I had better beer in the fridge, I'd probably be drinking that instead, but this is good. Anyways, this tie was a gift. I know you're asking, Lloyd, where'd you get that tie? It's actually a gift from Jim and Abby when they went on their little excursion to Europe. Brought this back. They were like, "Here, Lloyd, here's a tie." I was like, "Oh my god, that's great. Love the tie." But at the time, my job had recently just changed their policy from us wearing ties to no more ties. So then they gave this to me, and I think maybe my reaction wasn't as excited as it could have been. But that was because I was like, when do I get to wear this excellent tie? And that is today. Today is when I get to wear this excellent tie. Snazzy. It's made in Scotland, so you can be jealous about that as well. Alright, we're going to start this week, as always, with this week's biggest blowout. Now, this week's biggest blowout may have surprised a few, but it did not surprise me in the least. You know, scoring over 400 points. The Busboys just kind of demolished. Okay, they demolished, what do they call themselves? The man of many names. Right now it's Hollywood Hotties. Okay? You know, the whole pain in my ass line really just didn't apply. Didn't make any sense. You're like a sad afterthought, maybe. I don't know. But you got destroyed, buddy. Anyways. The Busboys had three major players going into this one. Justin Herbert put up 99.8 points, nearly 100 points for the Busboys. They also had Devontae Adams, who nearly doubled their score, putting up 50 instead of the 25 projected. And they also had the Chicago defense, put up 41 points as opposed to their 21 that they were projected. Chicago actually helped me out. It's weird. Biggest letdown for Hollywood Hotties would be their running back core. It looks like they had Murray and Sanders, and neither of them hit their projected scores. Their quarterbacks were pretty well, but yeah, just overall not able to make it there. So congratulations to the Busboys, and sorry to many named dude. So yeah, that actually escalates. I don't know. It brings the Busboys to the number 1 seat where they belonged the whole time. Okay. With that 4-1 record, the Hollywood Hotties drop down a couple of spots down to the 5th seat with a 3-2 record. Up next, let's say we have a pretty miraculous game from the Kenosha Kickers. Actually went above their projected points just barely, but they did, and that's all they needed to take out the Laces out. That actually moves the Kenosha Kickers to a 4-1 record as well. They are in the number 2 seat. Their key players would be Mike Evans, did really good. Nick Chubb did fantastic, put up more than double projected points. On the other side of things, we had Laces out, and I'll be honest, it's came down to the poor play from, it looks like, Sam Darnold and Thielen. Those guys just didn't do the numbers that they were projected, kind of let down the team. So Laces out actually drops down to the 8th seat with the 2-3 record. All right, then we have Find Your Niche, who was up against Von Miller time. Now, I was watching that pretty close. It kind of went back and forth a lot. Came down to the stupendous play from Lamar Jackson, who put up over 100 points. Put up 107 points. His projected 53. That pretty much clinched the whole game. Von Miller time. It's been just kind of stumbling. You putting up points. This week they had great play from Tom Brady, but pretty much everyone else let him down. They also had another injury with Galladay. Just need your people to be healthy, and I think you'd be rocking it. That moves a few things. It puts Find Your Niche back in the 3rd seat with a 3-2 record. It drops Von Miller time to the 6th seat with a 2-3 record. Up next, we have Too Cool for School going up against AR12 GOAT. Too Cool for School was way too cool for AR to even compete. I mean, they put up 368, and AR put up 274. Too Cool for School, they had people just kind of do it for them. A lot of people overprojected. You got mainly the running backs. You got Henry and Kamara both putting up over 35 points. Chase, which was instrumental, put up 42 points compared to the 17 projected. AR12 was plagued with injuries, okay? Actually had 2 people on the same team get injured and out of the game. So he had Jones, quarterback, very key. If one of those guys go out, it's really hard to bounce back from. Only ended up putting up 10 compared to the 52 points projected. Also had Barkley, who stepped on somebody's foot and twisted his ankle. That's not looking good. Only put up 0.9 compared to the 23 points projected. So the rest of the team looked pretty okay. Even you had Eckler put up 40 points. So it was really all mainly due to those injuries, I think. But also, Too Cool for School did overproduce and just kick some butt. Too Cool for School, rising, in that number 7 seat now, doing pretty good. AR12 GOAT in that number 9 seat with a 1-4. Too Cool for School is a 2-3 record. And then we have the biggest upset. Okay, I think maybe I shamed the toss-ups into finally putting some effort in. So I'm dropping and adding people and trying to do some things, and it ended up working out for them. Neither team, met their projected points. However, toss-ups got a lot closer. Okay, they put up 275 compared to, that's what she said, the old number 1 seat. Only put up 233. They had Russell Wilson, who was injured, so basically cut his points in half. He only put up 23 compared to the 54. And then you had Smith-Schuster, who was out with an injury, only put up 0.6 compared to 14. Okay, the toss-ups. Key players would be Pitts, the tight end for the Atlanta Falcons, and did pretty much double what he was projected, putting up 32 points. Claypool also did double the projected, putting up 32 points. Their defense is actually kind of faltered, but it didn't matter in the end. They come away with a victory, giving them their first victory over the previous number 1 seat, giving them that still last place spot. But they have a victory now. They're 1-4. That's what she said. Drops to 3-2 to the 4th seat. So, sad day for That's What She Said. All right, games to watch this week. That's going to be That's What She Said versus the Bus Boys. Okay, it's the new number 1 seed versus the old number 1 seed. Let's see if That's What She Said can bounce back from a abysmal week, and let's see if the Bus Boys can keep on trucking. Put up another 400. That'd be great. All right, that is going to conclude this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys all have a good time this weekend. I think I said in the last video I thought it was last weekend, but it's this weekend, so I'm sorry about that. I have a job interview tomorrow morning. Hopefully I will just crush it, get the job, start making some good money, and working a little more close by. It'll be good. Be good for me. Think good for everybody. Even you guys. Be good for you. Good job, everybody. I know you're making moves and trying to make it happen for your team. Let's see what we come out to next week. Enjoy, everyone. Good night.